Hello everyone, I'm Izuba. Welcome back to another race. So this is the second race. It's on Maggiore or something from Bandidos. This time I qualified third. No, I qualified second. The pace car is in front. We did a rolling start and I was literally sleeping on the start, which made Chocopeak yeet past me. Luckily some guys behind me were also sleeping. So yeah, there was someone in the lobby basically driving the pace car, and then they set up some code and stuff so we can, like he can put stuff in the chat like messages related to the safety car. It's actually quite cool. But because of that, I'm already on the back foot, and if I qualified second, it means I'm not the fastest around here. I mean, I practiced this track quite a lot, but not as much as Sonoma. Neither have I driven this before, so it's new to me. Such as Sonoma, it was also new, but I did more than 100 laps practice, and here it's about 40-50. Yeah, I got the hang of the circuit. This is my strongest part, like the flowing left-rights, and it makes me carry more speed on the straight than many of them. Apart from Muchacho, who is at the front, he's also the owner of Bandidos. But yeah, it's our first overtaking attempt on Chocopeak. We're going around the outside, give him a lot of room, but he carries more speed as the inside line is actually the faster line. And because he's very respectful, he left space at the exit even though it wasn't necessary. I was already gone. Fast forward a bit, going to do an attempt at the first corner, but he actually outbrakes us and manages to like nail the corner. I tried to get like a late apex so I can carry more speed on the exit, but it doesn't work out for me. I lose time by doing it, and I can't actually use the speed because there is a corner after it. I always go tighter here so I can like do more of a V-shaped line. Fast forward to the part where I'm better than Chocopeak, carry more speed because I cut more curb. It's all possible, so yeah, you see I'm on his back. I actually had to choose between lifting or trying to pass, and I had basically to lift because we would have collided. Next lap, same place, carrying more speed, he goes a bit wide. Difference is so huge that I basically am on his gearbox too early. I should be on his gearbox, yeah, about here, but he's now defending the inside, so I tried to go around the outside again, like 2 laps ago. And we see Muchacho getting away from us. Tried around the outside again. He has the much more speed because the inside line is way faster here. It kind of doesn't look like it, and the exit it's kind of better to go a wider line so you carry more speed, but lap time wise it's just better to take the inside line. Here I mess up, got a little unbalanced and I cut the track for the first time. Now we have 7 minutes left. Still trying to overtake Chocopeak. He was a guy we tried to battle with on Sonoma as well, and it didn't work for me. But he outbrakes himself and I can take advantage of that. And I'm actually just ahead, just barely. Drifting the car to get more rotation earlier, then I get on throttle faster. You can see me I'm like go away from him on the exit. I lose out in the corner a lot, but because my car was rotated faster I could go on throttle a bit earlier. And now there is only one thing going through my mind. I have 6 minutes to catch Muchacho, so I'm going to do quali lap after quali lap. Yeah, fast forward to the last lap, or fast forward to the last lap. Come on. Yes, here we go. So this basically is a recording while I'm driving, unlike previously where it was a replay file. That's why we have loads more information on screen. And also, which is it's the reason why it's not 4K, but only 40p, I guess. And I don't think it's HDR either, because when streaming I have to choose between HDR or 4K recording, which I didn't do. So at the last lap we can see I caught up to Muchacho a little. I'm actually quite close to him, but I don't think I will get an opportunity unless he messes up. And he does kind of mess up this corner, but so do I. I go quite wide, but still you can see at the top right next to my mirror I'm about 3/10 up on my best lap, which was a 12.6 or something like that, yes. It's actually faster than I did in qualifying, which amazes me. I kept learning the track, kept learning to get consistent through this race. Yeah, it shows that I haven't really practiced this lap or this track enough to really nail every detail. But still, see, I nailed this corner way better than I did in my best lap. Even more time gaining on my best lap and also on the Chacho. In my head it's a psychology game, right? I know I can do it, I know I'm faster, and when behind someone it like triggers something, I go into like Super Saiyan mode, trying to really catch up, and it works out for me. Like, look at how much you have gained throughout this lap. I'm basically at the rear of his car, but still there is only one corner left and there is no opportunity for me to overtake. He actually got a better exit, or it's quite similar, but yeah. So at the end we do a 2:12.1, I think. 2:12.1, which is the fastest lap that anyone has done, but I came second. Still, like last race, it was not enough. So this time the reverse grid is more realistic, like not only the top 5 but everyone is reversed. So I start second to last, only Muchacho is behind me. This time I don't sleep at the start as much as previously, and I can actually go alongside some guys here. I take the outside because I think I can carry a lot more speed, and I believe everyone is respectful, and because of that they might be too cautious in the inside, but we're too wide here. I'm giving him as much space as possible because I could kind of predict he was not going to make the corner full throttle. Lucky for me I went on the curb, that's why we didn't crash. Someone also went wide here, so I could pass as well. Now we're up into P6 after a few corners, but right in front of me is Joker. As you remember maybe from previous race, he was the guy leading the second race and was very hard to overtake. In front of him is Shokipik, the guy we were stuck behind basically all race, or all previous race. Sending it next to Joker, but Shokipik goes way slower than me and I have to really keep braking. Still side by side, I have the inside line, and therefore I can overtake Joker. It was very nice battle, very respectful once again. So up to P4. Yeah, Shokipik giving me basically the idea of repeating the previous race. He's doing well because I started 9th. He was probably behind me on the second race or the first race, so he gained more positions at the start than I did. As I mess up a bit, lose a lot of speed, which gives actually Joker the opportunity to go alongside me. But I have the inside and I most of the time carry more speed through here than someone else. This also gives Joker the opportunity to learn how I drive, I guess. Yeah, I assume he's a very consistent driver throughout the whole series. Like right here, I gain a lot on them because I break way later than most of them. And also the first two guys are battling that made it so Shokapik could catch up to them and I could catch up to them as well. So this is interesting. I try to get as much exit speed as possible, but because I sacrifice a little bit on the entry, I never really get a real good exit. So 3 wide here, but Shokapik breaks a bit too late, sending him into a slide, and both of them battling made it so I have an opportunity. It's really close now. I decided to break earlier and I was smart doing that because both of them collide. And when trying to go for the gap, I accidentally hit someone's front with my rear. I didn't think I would have been hitting them. I thought I was clear. Yeah, those things happen. If I knew they would be coming back like to the left, I could have given them a bit more space, but I didn't expect them to go too wide again. And yeah, there's that. So now I'm in first, but as you can see, Joker also made it through on the banked corner. So he's right at my gearbox, making me do a more defensive line, like not going through the line here on the right. And I decide to go to the left to get more speed, but actually he eats on the inside, which I did not expect. I give him a little tap because I really didn't expect him to dive and like make it stick. So I'm back into second and I'm behind Joker. It lasted about half a lap, my lead. Losing the car, making Joker leave me in the dust. Skipping forward a bit. I'm still behind Joker, but as you can see, Chokipik, I think it's him, is right behind me, and then Muchacho is right behind him. It's kind of a train, but overtaking him is hard. You send it down the inside, or at least I try to, but I lose a car. Almost making it into the others, stay to the left to give everyone space, but there's something happened in the first corner, a big pileup I didn't see. Actually was a bit lucky for it happening, but as you can see at the bottom there is a safety car now, so I'm going to skip to the end. Yeah, then there is LJK who let me through under safety car because he kinda gained positions during that crash, but I thought that was kinda unfair. And yeah, he should be in front of me because I messed up too. I was not the cause of the accident, but I was part of it, so I mean, it could have been avoided if I didn't crash. So now there is 2 more guys to overtake. Joker is running away, and LJK is, as you can see, he manages to like drive the car on the limit, but he hasn't practiced as much as most of us. Because of that he misses some apexes from time to time, and I can take advantage of it. I short shift here always. I learned on this track that this car doesn't like getting over revved too much. It's more torquey than it has power in the very end of its rev range, so shifting when both lights are red is basically the optimal point. When it's blinking you already lose time. Most people at this point don't know that yet, and they rev the car until it stops, which is basically faster than most cars. Well, I make it stick because of the shift and the extra speed, as I almost lose the car, but you can see in the rearview mirror that LJK also lost the car in the same exact corner. And yeah, so now we're in P2 with a bit of a gap behind us, but also a bit of a gap in front of us. 4 minutes, skipping onto the last lap. 10 seconds left, so that's 100% the last lap. The gap to Joker isn't big. In my head I can still catch him, and finishing right in this bumper is better than finishing with 1 second gap. So trying to maximize everything. But as you can hear, the car was drifting quite a lot on entry of the corner, but I still managed to get a great exit. It's almost on par with my best lap, but my best lap this race is only a 2:13.3. That's more than a second slower than previous race. The reason why that is, I did previous race on hards, because in practice it was for me very hard to keep the tires in check. This race I started on mediums because I wanted the extra grip to overtake the people in front of me. But as you can see at the bottom, every time there's many faster corners, the surface of the tire gets like almost red, so I have to manage the tires, and that's what I've done basically the whole race. Never pushed 100%, but like 98%, so I never let the tires overheat. Once they're too hot, it's very hard to make them cool down. But yeah, in this last lap I still managed to go faster than my own best. But yeah, I felt like the mediums weren't faster than hards in this race. I don't know if it's because of the temperatures or it's because of the wear on the tires and the hards being in the perfect range for longer. But I think it's maybe a combination of the two. Yeah, mediums just felt less grippy at this point in the race and basically the whole race. But yeah, we bring it home in second. You can see Joker is pretty happy about it as well. So yeah, both races were okay. It was very intense for me, very hard to gain positions, and yeah, I again didn't really stay consistent. I made too many mistakes, drifting, making contact with people. But yeah, managed to get quite a good result. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next race. Yeet.